hosted by Tony Gapastione. Thanks for tuning in. It's showtime.
Hey, episode 315. It's Tony Gapastione coming at you. I'm live from Redwood City, California. This is the San Francisco Bay Area where I founded and executive direct BraveMaker, which is a charitable organization, a 501c3 that has an annual film festival, classes, monthly events like tonight in Redwood City, as well as in Los Angeles. We are creating community with film, and I'm very proud of this community we have created here. If you are following along and not joined in some way, make sure you're following us on our YouTube channel here, BraveMaker.org, and on Instagram and TikTok, because we would not be here if it was not for a very special film festival in Park City, Utah. You already know what I'm talking about. It's Sundance. And this is the very, very last Sundance Film Festival in Park City, Utah. It's moving to Boulder, Colorado in 2027. And today I'm going to be talking about tips and tricks and things to survive with somebody who's become a friend of mine, as well as a colleague and team member here at BraveMaker, because we met at Sundance. So hang in, join us, and my friend, Natalie Anderson. Welcome, Naee, to the BraveMaker podcast.
Hey. How are you today, Tony?
We good. We're matching unintentionally, black and yellow.
Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
Where are you zooming, videoing in from? Tell the people a little bit about you and where you are.
Yes, so I am a filmmaker, director, producer, festival programmer from Richmond, Virginia. That is where I am currently.
And you are on your way, prepping to drive out to Park City, Utah, right? For your seventh time?
Yes, you guys are getting it hot right here. I have actually never driven across country, and it was set on my heart that that is what I needed to do and that was a part of my journey. So you guys are hearing it fresh. I am driving to Park City, Utah for my 7th year with the festival. I am a manager at the library theater. If you guys are familiar with our chili and our concessions and our premieres and our midnight screenings, which I'm so happy came back last year. And that's something that they are continuing this year. Really cool. One of our midnight premieres will be a macro premiere.
Oh, dope. Which one is it?
It is, let me tell you. Let me pull it up.
Okay, while Naee is checking that out, I want to tell you all that I will be there the 21st through the 26th with BraveMaker. This will be BraveMaker, because I've been going on my own for quite some time. This will be BraveMaker's 3rd year hosting parties and doing podcasts. We already have one of our parties sold out, and I'm just truly at capacity. So I apologize. People are DMing going, can we get in? Can we get in? I just cannot go above the fire hazard. So we do have a party happening on the 21st. So if you're coming early, you can go check us out on Eventbrite. I have not posted all of our live podcasts yet, but we're going to be doing free live podcast recording with some Sundance filmmakers and no film school in our condo on Park Avenue, which is right by the library. That's why I always make sure I get tickets to go to the library. And I have 2 midnight showings. I think one is 11:55 at the library because I love it.
I'm curious, which one is it?
I'll pull mine up and tell you. I love the library because where my condo is, it's literally like I just walk down like 1 or 2 blocks. And it's super close, and I absolutely love it. And it's big, and it's got the best food, I feel like. And I got to meet Naee there. So the quick and dirty of how Naee and I met, we were just recapping this when we were offline before we started the podcast. I have been going, like I said, this is my 14th year. I don't know if I said that. 14 years of going to the film festival, life-changing. I would not be a filmmaker if it wasn't for Sundance, and I would not have BraveMaker if it wasn't for Sundance, because Sundance has inspired the heck out of me to go after my dreams. But I met Naee in 2022, right after COVID, when we got back, and she was doing her thing. She's, corralling all of the film lovers in the lines with this awesome aura and awesome energy. And I was like, hey, this person has got something. And I'm always scouting for films as well as for BraveMaker team members. So I introduced myself to her. We exchanged Instagrams and followed each other, but we didn't hang out that year. I think you were just crazy busy. It was also like, who is this weird person, right? Then 2023, we see each other again. We're like, oh, we got to hang out. We got to do something. Like, let's talk about BraveMaker. That year, I don't think we did hang out either outside of just talking at the festival lines. But then 2024, you actually came to one of our parties and we talked a little bit. You brought some friends. Like, okay, all right, BraveMaker, I see you all. And then in 2025, you ended up coming to Redwood City to be a part of our team and a programmer and our library manager and captain. So it's kind of a cool full circle thing to talk with you today. And I think I lost Naee. Talk with her about how we got connected and how everything worked out. Because this Sundance Film Festival truly is absolutely life-changing. Because of Sundance, I was empowered to go after my goals. I was empowered to take a chance on myself and not let anybody tell me no, because I had the point of going to Sundance was really just acting in 2013 when I went. And after seeing amazing films, I got the confidence, because confidence is a good word, to say, I can do this. I can find people. I can write stories. I can produce my dreams. I don't need to depend on anybody else. And so that has been a life-changing thing that I am so indebted to Sundance for allowing me into the fold. Now, Sundance has never selected one of my films, but that's okay. I will keep going because I know it's incredibly competitive. They get 10,000 some films every year, and they really only take on 100 and some. So Naee is texting me that it froze. So I wonder if she is frozen or I am frozen. I'm gonna check this out and see. Okay, she's coming back. Here she is. I was like, I just saw your text, Naee. I'm like, I'm still talking. I'm here. She's back.
It froze. I was like, what happened? It froze and everything. Like, I couldn't hear you. I couldn't hear myself. I was like, oh no. Technology was never on our side. Oh man.
well, I was just saying how I have been going to Sundance regardless of being selected as a filmmaker or not. So I often hear people say, I'm not going to go until I have a film there. And I was like, you might never go because it's very competitive. And that's okay. It's not for everybody, and we should chat a little bit about that. So you and I don't know how much you heard, but I just kind of brought everyone up to speed about how we met. Now you're on our team. You're a programmer. You're our BraveMaker library captain, and you are going to your Sundance for the 7th time. You are a ball of energy. You're always at the theater. Let's talk a little bit about what you learned about Sundance, what you love about Sundance, and then let's get into our top 10 or however many tips and tricks of survival to make it an amazing festival.
Yeah, no, I think that's a really great point. You should certainly go to Sundance, whether you have a film or not. I can certainly say that I have the chills even right now talking about it. Sundance has changed my life. From the connections that I have to the relationships that I've been able to build, to even being able to receive jobs. Like, I literally left Sundance last year with 3 jobs, and these are roles that I am working in currently. And I'm very grateful. And these are paid jobs because, again, I'm a volunteer at Sundance. But I take my role very seriously as if I was getting paid while I'm there. And I think that makes all of the difference is that you just show up, right? Like, again, whether you have a film or not, choosing to show up is also choosing to say, I would like to take the next step in my career, to be better, to do better, and to get around people who are doing the things that I desire to do. So if you desire to have a film inside of Sundance, go, even if your film was accepted or not. I've been very grateful enough. I submitted. I got very confident enough to submit my episodic. Did I get accepted? No. But am I still going? Yes. So I think Sundance is not only just this beautiful, magical place, but it can be a stepping stone to your future.
Oh my gosh, 100% stepping stone, relationship building. And also it takes time to get into these spaces. I was talking with a friend of mine today in LA who is a director, and we were lamenting about how the instant gratification-ness of life, how people expect, and almost kind of like in an entitled way, demand that their success come quick and easy, even so much as, well, I know you're a director. I want time with you. I want to go out to coffee with you. And they expect like you're going to give your time away for free without really having a real relationship. And I have become to guard my time because not everybody uses my time well. And I think I deserve to be valued. And if you want a real relationship with me, be patient. Spend the time getting to know me. Spend the time following me on social media. Watch my movies. I find so many people don't even know that I've made feature films, let alone that I made short films. They just go, "Oh, you're a filmmaker. You run a film festival. I want to. Can we hang out? I'm an aspiring filmmaker." I'm like, okay, well, let's slow down. Let's figure out what the best course of action is. Because have you been to one of our events? Have I ever met you in person? Have you ever commented on my social media once? Oh, no. You're not even following me. What? So I feel the same thing at Sundance. People expect like I should get in, and I'm not going to go until I get in. Well, there are people who work decades or volunteer all their time, and they're still not getting in, right? It's like you can't expect that your dreams are going to come true just because you have them. You have to work at them, and if you don't get into Sundance, you find other ways. So it sounds like you made some gigs last year and got some jobs, and that was again the stepping stone that came through relationships. So
yeah, definitely. I think and to your point, we look at shock value as, something that we see value in something, but people don't realize that in this industry that we live in, it is important to build those relationships, because at the end of the day, we are all human beings. And that's something that I'm really big on, and just seeing someone as a human, right? And being able to validate and acknowledge them as a human before the things that they are able to offer or help me get to the next place. So I think the shock value of that, and I found myself last year, and it's funny because one of the videos that I posted, I acknowledged that people know me from a distance. Very grateful, to know you, Tony, and you to know me as actual humans and actual individuals. But when we are in these spaces, there's a level of shock value. You see that I'm valuable to you, or that you're valuable to me, and immediately you want to break that barrier. But you don't realize the importance of taking those steps to build, taking those steps to communicate, taking those steps to just simply check in and say, "Hey, I was thinking of you." Each of those moments are very important. Even down to I work another festival, Tribeca, and I felt comfortable enough in the place of where my relationship was to give flowers to a filmmaker that I've been building my relationship with at Sundance. And he did a premiere at Tribeca that was really huge and really monumental to the film community. And again, I would not have that without Sundance.
Well, thank you, Sundance, for being a gift to so many of us filmmakers in the world. And I think this is the 41st. I think it's the 41st.
43rd.
43rd. Oh my gosh. Okay. 43rd Sundance Film Festival, and the last one in Park City. So let's get into it. What are some of your top things that people going to Sundance? By the way, you're going to want to watch till the end, because we are going to be giving away money and some merch. We're going to give away Sundance stuff. You don't have to go to Sundance to get it. So just stay tuned to the end for our giveaway. Naee, what's one of your top things that somebody going to Sundance should consider to really, really enjoy it, survive it?
Well, I'll first kick this off, because we were just talking about this. And before we hopped on our call, we had a briefing, and I was talking about my 3 F's: the follow-up, the have fun, and free yourself of expectations. So when you're going, just make sure that you are very intentional about having fun. This is a very magical place that you're not going to experience anywhere else. But also the people that you meet, choose to follow up, because as we've been having the conversation, that's what's going to take you to that next step. And then also, especially being this is the last year in Park City, please free yourself of any expectations, because you don't know what's going to happen. It's okay to flow and ebb and flow in the unknown and the uncertain. So follow up, have fun, and free yourself of expectations is my starter for this.
Oh, that's great. Well, let's talk about I guess I'll say one of my top things and piggyback off of your expectations. Again, I was briefly alluding to sort of the entitlements we have. I think one of the expectations I hold loosely is that I'm even going to see any films this year. Usually I get a pass and I see upwards of 15 or 16 films a festival. This year I only have 4 or 5 tickets. I even got a pass. Somebody, thank God, gave me a pass because I missed out on buying one the first day because they sold out. And I already know lots of friends who are really bummed because the single tickets sold out so quickly. This is a banner year. It's going to be bigger and packed. Give yourself more time to get to places. Even previous years, the expectation of showing up when your film starts, you be getting there way earlier, right? You should be getting there because if you're not there a half an hour, am I correct? If you're not there a half an hour before the film starts, you might be put into the waitlist line or not even having a place in the major line. So Sundance is a different beast and you have to be patient. It's not like you can squeeze in 75 things in the day, although I definitely try and I get 4 or 5 hours of sleep and, burn the candle at all ends because I love it. But you also should just be patient because when you're holding on to these expectations, like I deserve what I deserve, or you come off entitled. And I have run into people who make me feel small because they feel better, just come in being human. Like you said, Naee, I really appreciate that. We're all humans. We're all creators, whether you see filmmaker Boots Riley or Ryan Coogler in line, or, a person who just made their first short film. It's like, we're all human. Everyone's trying to do their best usually. So give yourself some grace. And the expectation is it's going to take longer than you think in life, right? To go after your goals, to make a movie, but also it's going to be longer than you think to get somewhere. Shuttles are amazing. Volunteers are so dope. That's why I always try to meet volunteers. That's why I wanted Naee to be a part of BraveMaker, because she was so giving and generous and kind and funny and friendly, but also direct. She knows how to lead. But the expectation of just let things roll off if they don't go your way. There was many times where I didn't get into a film, even when I had a ticket, because I showed up not on time. So that is one of my best tips for you all, is take your time, enjoy the snow. There's lots of free food and free parties. Just enjoy yourself. That takes intentionality. What do you think about that, Naee?
Yeah, no, I think that's great. I think that definitely takes me to my next point, especially being a manager of a theater. We have really tough jobs. I will say, if you come to the library, I will be one of the first faces that you see. And please, one, respect our volunteers. They're there literally not making a dime, while at the same time, they're very passionate about the work that we do. And one of my jobs is to ensure that there is, I say it all the time, and y'all will hear me say it in the tent, a butt in every single seat in my theater. So be patient with us. And to Tony's point, you might, as long as you are patient, you're persistent, you're respectful, you may honestly get a seat in the theater. No promises, but ensuring that you see all these people packed in the tent, you will literally get an opportunity if there's a seat available in the tent. But that really, it's important that you choose to be on time, which brings me to my next point. Do not be afraid to wait list. Okay. This is something I text Tony the other day. Everything may seem to be sold out right now, but you never know. There are the powers that be that are over the tickets, in regards to people being able to get tickets, people being able to see certain screenings, premieres, and don't be weary, don't be discouraged. The wait list, I know people who attend this festival with not a ticket or pass in hand nor in mind. Okay, they come to Sundance with no intention to purchase a pass prior to, nor do they intend to purchase a ticket when they get there. They just simply serial waitlist. And that is, I think, very intense. So let's chat about the waitlist real quick. Waitlist, the way that it happens is, if you have a film screening that you want to go see, 2 hours before the screening starts is when the waitlist queue will open. So if the film is at 1 p.m., at 11 a.m., the waitlist will be open for people to say, I want to go see this film. I don't have a ticket. And the way that happens is you are queued with a number. So just imagine that there are millions of people all sitting on their phones waiting for this 2-hour window to open. And you get a number. And when you get to the theater, so they say get to the theater an hour before the film starts so that you can check in. I tell people, if you know that it's a very popular film and you get a really early number, get there within an hour and 30 minutes, because what you want is to ensure that your number is respected. And the way that you ensure your number is respected is that you come and you check in with a volunteer. It will be the person that is waiting to check in anyone who is on the wait list. They check your number and they file you in line as your respective queued number. Now, what's really cool about this queued number thing is that when you get a number, you can also opt in for your friend to get a number as well. And your friend will stand directly beside you. So just ensure that both of you show up on time, ready to be queued in the wait list. Because if you hit that 30-minute mark, the wait list closes and everyone just gets in line. You could be number one and be the last person in line because you chose not to be on time. It is a conscious decision, and I understand that things happen. The snow happens, the buses are late, you know, you might have got caught at your restaurant and your check didn't come to the table quick enough, but please create the time and the space to be on time to your screenings, even if you have a ticket. And if you don't have a ticket, waitlist.
Dope. Yeah, I echo that too. I love, and I'm always inspired by the people who don't get their badges and they just come and they free flow it. Because also, there's people who give away free things. There's a lot of free things that also happen in Park City. Movies aren't the only thing. There's music. There is art. There's lots of relationship building and tons of workshops.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And the workshops are free. And when you go to the Sundance.org, go to Sundance.org and peruse all of those workshops. The workshops
festival.sundance.org.
You can get it there from Sundance.org too, but you're right.
Of course.
Sundance.org. I usually go to click the festival. The thing that's interesting about the festival website, it doesn't say workshops. It says Beyond Film, which is the artsy way to say workshops. Okay. So workshops are super dope. Sometimes like Issa Rae will be showing up there on a panel and it's free. And you're also waiting. So a lot of the venues, I think the largest venue is like 1,100 seats. That's the Eccles. A lot of the workshop venues can maybe hold a couple hundred people. So know that there's like 10,000 people that are coming through this festival, if not more. So again, get in line, wait. But also, here's my tip. My second tip would be make relationships, get to know people. Goes back to that follow-up that Naee said. You're going to meet people. I met Ken Whittingham, who is now on our board of directors for BraveMaker. Who's Ken Whittingham? Oh, Ken Whittingham is a director of television shows like The Office, Scrubs. He is a super like legend in the film and TV industry in LA for like decades, 3 decades plus. And we met at a workshop at the BraveMaker Film Festival, became friends, and now he's been to our festival twice and is on our board of directors. Super dope. You will meet really cool people. I met Niecy Nash one year. Those are big names, right? But then you're also going to meet, like I have friends who are at the same level and range as me. You know, Naee is one of them too. People who are making films, people that 5 or 10 years from now might be Sundance filmmakers. So you're always trying to find a way, at least I am, to be of value to people. Hey, what are you working on? Maybe I have some connections. Maybe I know some actors that you might want to cast. Maybe you are looking for a DP. I have a handful of great ones that I could recommend. I run a nonprofit that has a film festival and classes and stuff. Maybe I could resource you as I'm also looking to produce more films and that kind of thing. So relationship. They can happen. Don't be thirsty. Don't be weird. Be careful. I always say this to all of our attendees. We're bringing 17 people from BraveMaker to the snow for our condos. But I always say film festivals are amazing and life-changing. But just like anywhere, there's dark sides, right? There are people who are predatory. People are there who are there to take advantage. Famously, Harvey, what's his first name? I'm forgetting. his first name. I can't remember. Like the name that shall not be named. You know, he assaulted people at Sundance, right? So this is happening. Take care of yourself. Be careful what you drink or who you take drinks from. I don't want to be a super alarmist, but I am also an optimist who has to be a little bit real. There are people who don't have your best interests in mind. So take care of yourself and take care of others.
Yeah, be very vigilant. I guess I'll back up that point of, you know, don't be afraid to talk to people in line. You never know who's around you. You never know who's beside you, and you also never know who you'll meet. I met Justin Simeon in the craziest way.
Wait, so did I. We got to swap the story. Let's swap it. I met him too. Go for it. Tell your story.
So my drop, which I actually already did, I sent someone flowers at Tribeca. It was Justin Simeon.
Wow. Okay.
And the way that it happened, I actually met Brooke Obie. Shout out to Brooke Obie. She's a film critic. She's from Hampton, Virginia. I met her at the Fresh Market. You guys will hear about Fresh Market and go to the Fresh Market. Fresh Market will be your best friend. But I met her at Fresh Market, and she invited me or she didn't invite me to a party. Later down the line, I met her at a party. Or I saw her at the party after seeing her in the grocery store, and she invited me to a macro panel. And I had been trying to get in macro quite literally before the festival even started, which is my next point to RSVP early. And I was just like, oh my goodness, like, you're inviting me to macro? Like, what in the world can I offer you photography? Like, can I come shoot you on this panel? Because she was a moderator, and whole time I didn't even know what she was moderating. And the one like main tidbit that she left me, again, shout out to Brooke Obie. She said, do not ever offer your work for free. And which is why, like, when I do free things and I do offer myself, I'm very mindful. I'm very intentional about what I'm doing and who I'm doing it with and why. Like, it has to align with myself. And I quite literally get to macro, and I am now shooting the bad hair panel with Justin Simeon, Lena Waithe, Kelly Rowland, and the entire cast. And that was my first West Coast publication. I was able to be published by Blavity and Shadow Act, like all in the same thing. And it's funny because like Sundance management now knows about this, and they giggle about it because I am definitely one of the only people that was able to get past with that, because you're not supposed to self-promote as you are working with the festival. But I was able to, you know, find a way for myself, and I ended up getting paid from that. But since then, like Justin Simeon posted me, he shared my photos. And then 2 years ago, when we reconnected, you and I, he had a Culture Machine panel. And I kid you not, I rushed off of work to go to this, to the panel, and the panel was stacked. I mean, stacked with everybody who has had 2 or 3 films at Sundance at this point. And I mustered up the courage to pitch him my TV show. And he gave me his email. And I was like, go, Naee. And I didn't even know that the people that I work with at the library were in the back taking photos of us. So I have a really cool photo of me pitching to Justin Simeon in real time. And one of the things that I took from that panel was to like go to therapy, right? Like be able to take care of yourself. And like, that's how we built a friendship.
All right, here's my story. This is so perfect. I'm walking down Main Street with Priscilla, who you know, Priscilla Lamb, who's on our team as well.
Shout out to Priscilla.
Priscilla and I are just chatting, and then for some reason she got kind of behind me a little bit, and I saw this other guy walking, or maybe she was on my left, and then there was this guy on my right, just talking, and I just looked over and I said, "Oh, hey, what's up, man? What do you do? Who are you?" He's like, "Oh, I'm Kyle." I'm like, "Oh, cool." He's like, "I'm a filmmaker." I'm like, "That's super dope." So my name's Tony. He's like, what do you work with? What kind of films do you do? He's like, "Oh, I actually work with Justin Simien." I was like, "Oh my gosh, I love Justin. I love his stuff. I saw Bad Hair, and I love Dear White People, like that. I think he's so prolific. He's a great filmmaker." He's like, "Oh yeah, well I'm the president of his company. He's right behind you." And I looked. I'm like, "Justin!" I was like, "Thank God I knew who he was and I knew his work." It was super cool. He said, "What's up, man? What's up?" And Priscilla and I kind of just geeked out a little bit. And then I talked to the president of his company, Culture Machine, and I was like, "Well, I'd love to connect with you. I'd love to see if we can do something. I do BraveMaker, da 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 da." We emailed back and forth a couple times that year. Busy guy, couldn't make anything work out. But I'm like, "Hey, we connected," and that was a really dope moment. Like you said, you never know who you're going to run into, and be prepared and be a good person, and be kind and see where it goes. So that story makes me happy to hear you had something similar. So Justin, let's get you to BraveMaker 2026.
Let's do it, Justin. What's up? Let's chat about it. Let's talk about it. No, shout out to the whole entire Culture Machine team. They are beautiful human beings. Again, I've had an opportunity to talk to Kyle as well, and just everyone is just very human. They're extremely human, and I think there's a lack of humanity in the industry that we so love. So it's important that we come across people, and we need more people like the Culture Machine team.
Well, that makes me so happy. So tip is also be gracious if someone is not interested to engage. Don't feel entitled that anyone deserves or that anyone owes you their time. They're there for their work or their friends. Also, give people space if they're eating, all that stuff. Just be really clear. Ask for permission if you're going to take a selfie. I just don't like when people run up and go click. These are human beings, not objects for your social media. So great. My next tip, and I also have a blog that I'll put. I know you are also doing videos every day up to Sundance, but some real practical things that I would say is when it comes to pacing yourself, there's a lot to do. It could be overwhelming. Get a schedule ahead of time. I make a grid of everything I want to do. I know what films I'm trying to see, what workshops I'm going to go to. Obviously, I'm hosting parties and I'm recording podcasts. I'm going to be leading a panel at the Impact Lounge this year. So I have all of my blocks of things that I'm doing. And I also have to make sure I'm eating and drinking water. Drink a lot of water. Start pumping vitamin C now. Take care of yourself. It's cold. Dress appropriately. All of those things are going to help you maximize your experience by prioritizing your health. I know there are people unlike me who do not want to be doing a 14-hour day. And they're like, I want to sleep in. I want to not have 55 conversations. And that's important too, to have alone time, to, go to your room and be quiet. And if you have roommates and you have 4 people in a bunk bed room, like some of us do, you got to find those ways to get that alone time. Otherwise, you'll become grumpy and short with people and frustrated when you slip on the ice, because it will happen. It'll happen. But pace yourself, drink water. Oh, and bring a phone charger or 2. I always try to have 2 phone chargers on me, because you're using your phone for the wait list. You're texting your friends. You're on social media. All of a sudden, your battery's dead. And you're like, oh, crap. How do I get my ticket up for the library theater or the Eccles? How do I find the shuttle map or get my GPS? Phone chargers, phone chargers, phone chargers. All right, what else you got, Naee?
I would say shout out to the people who can opt out of doing 14-hour days, because I unfortunately am not one of those people. Almost every single day of mine will be a 14-hour day. So it may be more maybe more than 14 hours. So if you see me, give me big hugs. I love matcha.
Appreciate love. Yeah, that's a great tip. Appreciate the team. Appreciate the filmmakers. Yes. Appreciate the volunteers. Yeah. So you might see a volunteer and say, "Can I get you something? Do you need a water? Do you need a hand warmer? Get those hand warmers. Pass it." That's so cool, Naee. Yeah, that's really great.
Yeah.
And absolutely. Thank you for your service, my friends.
Oh, thank you.
What else? What
Yeah,
other
so
tips?
I would say, well, you took my previous one, the make yourself a schedule. Mine is saying make yourself a tentative schedule, and
Mhm.
always have a backup plan because you never know. You might bank on getting into a film, and you may have a ticket for that film, and let's say you were at the end of the line and they were not
Mhm.
able to get you in a seat. So knowing that all things are not guaranteed, and it's always good to have a backup plan. You are able to, in the event that you're in a position where you have to get a Sun voucher, or you're in a position where you were late and you don't get an opportunity to get a Sun voucher, and you can go and waitlist for another film, do so. Gratefully enough, Sundance has a phenomenal schedule in regards to being able to choose many different things happening at one time. So maybe you didn't get an opportunity to see a film, but you can get the opportunity to go to a panel, or go to the Adobe Studios, or go to Canon Studios. So make yourself a tentative schedule, but always have a plan B and C, because you never know what happens.
Plan B, plan C, plan D, plan E, plan F, plan G, all those things. Yeah, that's super dope. All right, you're probably hearing, as we're wrapping up, you're probably hearing there's a lot of fun to be had. There's also a lot of pacing to be had. There's also a lot of just being aware that it's a magical place, but there's also going to be limitations at time, and you have to honor your body and your limitations. All right, let's see. The last thing I will say is, now, the Sundance app was not working or up as of yesterday, but is it up? Do you know?
No, it is not up yet, but it
Okay.
should be up this weekend.
Okay.
Of course, I am not able to speak on the behalf of Sundance, but I did hear that very soon the app will go live.
Okay, great. So I was going to say the app is very, very helpful, but don't just, again, show up without doing your research. Look at the website now, go through all the films. Even with all the amount and time that I put into looking at these films, there are still times when I'm on the ground on a shuttle going, I know this person, and I'm on IMDb trying to search them up. You will see so many people. You will see celebrities. You will meet filmmakers. I recognize the guy who was talking next to me because of his voice, because I listened to his podcast, and then we started up a conversation. But just do your research. Who's going to be there? Who from not only the cast, but the crew? Everyone wants to talk with the cast of a film. Not everyone is talking to the writer or to the DP. You can make those connections if you know who's going to be there. And then here's the secret tip. Start following people on social media. Build relationships on social media. Both Naee and I are on social media a ton. You could be following her right now, right? Her Instagram handle is up there. NAEEWITTEEE. That's Naee with 2 T's. All right. Follow me at
Naee
Tony.
with 2 E's.
All right, my bad. Naee with 2 E's. I'm Tony with 1 T. You can follow me now. And start saying hi. People are already following me saying, can I get into your party? It's sold out. The answer is no, because I'm not adding anymore. I'm so sorry. But follow us and start relationships. Hey, more than just emojis. Where are you? I'll bring you a matcha, Naee. What time is your schedule? All of that kind of stuff helps to start building.
And go ahead and follow us too, and you'll get a opportunity to see the giveaway that we're going to announce shortly.
All right. Well, it's time. Do you have anything else you want to add, or should we talk about the giveaway? What else you want to say?
I do got 2 more things that I want to add. Of course, you said get some rest. Learn the bus systems. When you get there, the bus is something that you will literally swear by. It's the easiest way to get around. And it's fairly easy. It goes by colors and odd numbers. And don't be afraid to ask questions. So when you get on the bus, say, hey, is this going towards Main Street, or is this going towards Fresh Market? So that you understand which direction you're going. And gratefully enough, every single venue that is a part of Sundance this year is on the bus line. So you can take the bus to get to every single screening or every single panel, every single event that you need to. You don't have to rely on Uber because Uber will be very scarce, very, very tough. It's a lot of traffic in the town. The town is a very small town, but very mighty in power. So just keep that in mind. And then also take advantage of free events. There are so many free events that literally can take you the next step. Like I got free headshots last year. Okay. And they are coming back again this year. I think that's Wiki Studios. And again, like there's just so many free opportunities. You don't have to, you know, drain your bank account and have a good time at Sundance. So it's free, like he said, free food, free drinks, a little bit of everywhere. But knowing that, you know, people's guards are down. So it's an opportunity that other filmmakers and other creators have the opportunity to also be free. So just keep that in mind.
So great. All right. Well, if you have any more questions, Naee and I are pretty available on social media. DMS if you need some clarity around things. I don't have any access to film tickets or anything like that. I know it's a bummer when you try to buy them. But again, as Naee said, hang in there, get on the wait list. It can happen. All right. So here's what we want to do for you. If you are going to Sundance, and if you're not, and you would like to get or be in a raffle for one of their really, really dope and final legacy type sweatshirts and or merch of any kind, we are going to be giving away some money for you to get some merch. Now, the most expensive one is $85. So I thought, you know what? We'll give away $85. We'll Cash App you or Zelle you or Venmo you or something so that you can buy one of these sweatshirts, okay? Or you can buy one T-shirt and one ticket. But $85 is what we're going to give away. You'll have to send a receipt to us to prove it, and then we'll send you basically to reimburse you for that purchase that you make. But we want you to do this. We want you to go to our socials and follow us, but not just like click the follow. We want you to tag a friend. We want you to say something other than just an emoji. And we're looking for you to do this with Naee, with me, and with BraveMaker. So you're going to go to BraveMaker.org on Instagram and say hello. You're going to go to Naee with 2 E's. And Tony Gapastione, say hello, tag us, follow us, send us a DM, and we will take your name and we will put you into a raffle, and we will make this selection on the 21st, which is the day before Sundance actually starts. So Wednesday the 21st, we'll pick a name and we'll do it live from Sundance. We're going to pick your name and we'll send you the money. Look how cool this sweatshirt is. I love this sweatshirt. This one's $75. But we're going to give you $85 regardless. You just got to show us you're going to use the money, and we'll reimburse you so you can have,
you know what, Tony? It's been set on my heart. I'm going to add something to that.
Go.
I will. So whether, again, this is for everyone, whether you are attending Sundance or whether you are virtually interested in things around Sundance, I'm going to throw in a vintage merch pack. I have, it'll be like a mystery vintage bag. But yeah, and you'll just send me whoever the winner is. You'll connect with Tony, and then you'll also send me your address, or send Tony your address, and I'll send that to you, or we can meet up at Sundance, one of the two.
Dope. We love it. If you are going, we would love to meet up with you in person and take a photo with you and
please
give
say
you this
hello.
merch in person. Yes, but we don't want to exclude anyone. You don't have to go to Sundance to be included in this raffle. All right. So join the raffle. If you're already following us, great. Just tag us in a comment of this clip, because we'll post it, and say, hi, can put me in the raffle, or hi, I'm in, or hi, I want some swag. All right. And there might be some other special things, because I have a online community called the BraveMaker Mastermind that I might also throw in there as well. So the prize package might grow by the time we announce on Wednesday the 21st. All right. Well, that is it. Any other final words, comments, thoughts, things you want to share, Naee, before we jump off?
I just want to, again, thank you for being as brave as you are, for always holding community and holding space for us. I'm grateful that Sundance was the bridge that connected us. We will indeed be lifelong friends. So I'm just very grateful for you. And again, very grateful I was able to come on today.
Thanks, Naee. I appreciate that. Yes. If you are hearing the undertones here, we have a huge love for this festival, and it has changed our lives. And now we, through BraveMaker, get to do magic too because of that. Come to BraveMaker's Film Festival in July, and both Naee and I will be there as well for our 8th year of our festival. And who knows, 43 years from when we have our 43rd festival, who knows what kind of things are going to take place. I probably won't even be alive 43 years from. I'm 50. That's 93. I don't know. We'll see, y'all. We'll see. We'll see. Robert Redford, rest in peace, just passed on his legacy, and I'm feeling all that love, but we want to keep doing good things in the community, and we know the world is a dark, frustrating, sometimes hopeless place. But the arts are what keeps us together. The arts are what keeps me going, and the arts are what gives us something to share in common. So keep going after your dreams, you all. I know Naee is living hers, and I am living mine, but it comes with a hell of a lot of work, and it's worth it. So don't give up. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Naee, for tuning in with me. I will see you in the snow of Park City next week.
Yes.
Bye, Naee. Everybody else, thank you so much for being a part of BraveMaker's 315 podcast. If you like what you see, become a donor. We are 75 people supported at BraveMaker, which means they give anywhere from $5 to $300 a month to support the work that we do. We're trying to raise $100,000 for our BraveMaker Film Festival because people like Naee volunteer. Naee came out on her own dime last year. We put her up. But this year, I would like to pay Naee and other people for their time, right? That is important. And we need support. We need sponsors to make this festival happen, to make our nonprofit sustainable. So go to bravemaker.com/donate to become a donor today, or right from your phone. You can text the word BraveMaker on your text app to 44321. 44321. Text the word BraveMaker, one word, and you'll get a link right on your phone, and you can become a donor today. And guess what? 75 donors, most of them are all artists, actors, and filmmakers themselves. None of them are tech billionaires or people who run huge Fortune 500 companies. They're all people who get it, who love the arts, and who want to see the arts make a difference in the world because they probably have been impacted by it too. All right, that's it. I will see you here on episode 316 from Park City when we're doing our live podcast. We have 5 scheduled so far. If you want to join us in Park City for free for one of our in-person podcast recordings, you can go to Eventbrite or check our website at bravemaker.com/events, where all the tickets will be listed and they will be free for you to RSVP while supplies last. All right, brave stories change the world, and you are the story. See you next time.
Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook at BraveMaker.org. Like, subscribe, and share. To become a monthly donor, text the word BraveMaker to 44321 or go to bravemaker.com/donate. Thanks for tuning in.